Right, this is Ali, and he's here to choose a pot for this very nice larch. This larch is one of our field-grown trees. And when did you buy this from us?
Last year.
Last year. So, and it was much taller, so he very cleverly, with heavy wire, managed to bend it. Did you have to split the trunk? Did you split the trunk?
Yeah.
You split the trunk. So both these, he's been able to split and given it almost a 180-degree bend. That means going straight up is brought right back, and he's created these pads. So extremely well done, I must say. I congratulate you, extremely well done. There's a start of a little bit of shari, and I suggested to Ali that maybe when the tree is growing stronger, you may consider doing little more shari in the front to give it that very nice literati type character. So it's got like a double literati. I suggest the planting angle could be like this. So we're going to help. He's just come to choose a pot, but we've decided to use a drum pot because this has got literati character, so this would be a nice pot. So let's take it out of the pot and let's see what the roots are like, and we can take it out again. We started teasing the roots a little bit, so let's have a look. And, if we tease around, we see it's got very nice fibrous roots. So these were dug up from the ground maybe 3 years ago and then put in the pot for at least 2 years. So the trunk is quite broad at the base. I don't know how far the roots go down, but to exploit the full trunk, I think eventually, I'm not saying now, we may need to consider taking some of these roots off, because now that one could come off. I don't think this root is doing anything. It's not very pretty, and it's certainly not a radial root. So this I think we could take off. Even this is not radial, so these are not good roots. So the soil that has been used is really the natural rotted compost. A lot of you think that I don't do composting, but all the leaves, we've got such a jungle of trees, and we've got so many big oak trees, so a lot of the leaves from our trees are composted in great big compost heaps, and then we use the compost, mix it with mud, and then these trees that are dug from the ground are potted in that medium. So we use a lot of our compost for this. So now this root hasn't got any fibrous roots, so this could come off. So many of these roots we want really as fibrous radial roots. Even this is going possibly in the wrong way, but we probably decide to deal with it on another occasion. So we've hardly taken any root off, as you can see, and it fits almost perfectly in that pot, you know. So I probably had a good eye. That angle is not bad. I don't want to cut more, but maybe next year when it's produced more roots, we can cut back a little more and put the tree more to this side. That would be okay. So we won't stress the tree too much. Do you want me to pot it off for you like this? Okay. So let me just get rid of a little more of this mud and compost. But it's very good soil. But we will now put it in a little more proper bonsai soil. So these were just field-grown trees put in a flower pot. So that's the soil we get rid of. I'm not going to keep this. Okay, I'll get some soil. You prepare the pot. I'm not taking too much of the soil off, and whenever I repot, I will just like to emphasize that some people, especially in Japan sometimes with maples, they wash all the soil off, every grain of soil off. I think that could be a bit dangerous. I'm not saying that it's not possible to do it, but I think it is a bit dangerous to do. So I seldom do that. So I leave a fair bit of the soil on, and the roots are very good. All these large lumps of mud I take off, but now I'm going to introduce proper bonsai soil, so just wait a minute. just in our potting area, and the soil is the base compost, or base Herons compost, which is mainly pine bark, peat or expanded cocoa fiber with some Japanese volcanic grit, tiny bit. But for this sort of tree, this is fine. It's only junipers that we are more particular about, and there we use much more sand and grit. But for larches, which is almost like a maple, that type of deciduous tree, I'm not that worried about the soil. There is a big root here. As I said, I don't want to cut it off because it's supporting quite a lot of fine roots. I think if I cut it this time, it may be a bit stressful for the tree. But next year, I would suggest cutting a bit and shifting the tree more to this side. So for now, for this year, sometimes you got to be patient. Don't rush to do the root cutting all in one go. And tying the tree in. If you could remember to remove the wire maybe after 6 or 9 months, just check that it's not biting too much. So this wire is just to protect the tree from being yanked out or pulled out. So that is keeping it safe. But in the space of 9 months or even a year, I don't think it will make any severe marks. And then the rest of it is just putting soil. No big deal. Between now and it producing leaves, just keep the soil damp. Don't overwater it. And you should start seeing the buds come. I can see a bit of green on some of them. I would say by early March it should start producing new buds. This little branch may not be a live one, so you've got to be careful, but don't prune anymore. I find that larches, in the winter when the wires are on the tree, the cold from the weather transmit to the wire and they tend to do damage to the twigs. This is over very many years. I don't know whether other people have suffered from this phenomenon, but it does happen. So if you kindly take it to the bench or that turntable, we'll have a quick look to see what it looks like. See, this tree is nice from either side, isn't it? This side is nice, that side is nice. You prefer this side as front because you made some little bits of gins here. Hard to decide. This is nice. I think you designed the tree with this as the front, but as I say, it's nice this side as well. Huh? Both sides nice. Very nice. So I congratulate you. You've been on one class of mine. Sorry, I won't shake your hand. But have a look. This is, come in the video. This is Ali. You've designed the tree all by yourself, and I congratulate you.
Thank you.
So very well done. Okay.